my life has been one constant weight loss struggle. From my early teens, I put on weight. I was one of the biggest kids in the class in high school. I was overweight when I was first married. I had my first two children within the first couple of years of marriage, and packed on the weight till where I was up to, you know, easily 40, 50 pounds overweight. And then 15 years after my second daughter was born, my delightful, darling little son popped out into the world and said, "Surprise, Mum." So there I was with another pregnancy, another lot of weight, and I had no clue of how to get rid of it. I had known all the answers. I knew, you know, I'd heard all the diet recipes and all the things that all my life, but I didn't have the awareness that if I used these diets and exercises that it would actually work on my body. And so I got to the stage, I moved finally to Canada, and I realised that I was 60 pounds overweight. And I went to the doctor, it wasn't to the doctor, I went to give blood one day, and the girl about to take my blood pressure to see whether I could give blood said to me, "Oh look, I'm really sorry, but your blood pressure's way too high, you can't give blood today." So I used tapping and brought my blood pressure down, but even the fact that I had had the high blood pressure to start with really frightened me. And so it was right at the time that my husband and I were setting off on a trip across Canada on our motorbike, and I knew we were going to be gone for 3 months. Now, I had been teaching EFT as a method of healing for everything else in the body, and people had been asking me, does EFT really work for weight loss? And so there I was standing there, 60 pounds overweight, and they're asking me, does it work for weight loss? Well, I honestly couldn't answer that question because I hadn't tried it for weight loss on myself. And even though I had been told it would work for weight loss, I'd been told that by a lady who was so thin and had never had a weight problem, that didn't ring true with me. I thought, until I see it working for me, I won't be able to tell other people, yes, I can definitely say it works for weight loss. And so on that trip across Canada, I made myself a promise that I would tap every day using weight loss connected affirmations while I was tapping, and see if I could work just on the weight loss. And so during the entire trip, I tapped every day. When we got back after 3 months, I was really quite disappointed at first to realise that I had only lost 2 pounds. But then, during that time, I'd also noticed the change in my habits. I'd noticed myself choosing salads at the salad bar instead of steak and potatoes. I had noticed myself not needing the glass of red wine every night after meal. Well, not just one glass, 2, 3, 4, 5 glasses of red wine, you know. And I noticed that. I'd become aware of the fact that I was saying no thank you after 1 glass of wine. And I noticed my energy levels. I was hopping on and off that bike so much easier than I had. I was throwing my leg up over the edge, and it was just amazing that the different level of energy that I had, and my moods were so much better. I was not getting angry at every little thing that was happening. I was not you know, I was finding life a lot easier to handle, and I know it was because of the tapping. So when I got back and found out that I'd only lost 2 pounds in weight, I had a dilemma, because I thought, now hang on, I'd been tapping for weight loss, so why isn't this working? And then it dawned on me, well, I didn't gain any more weight while I was away for 3 months on a holiday, and I actually lost 2 pounds. So wow, normally if I'd gone away for 3 months, I'd have come back home 10 pounds heavier. Not having lost 2 pounds, and certainly, you know, and choosing foods much more easily. And then I realised, oh my goodness, this is working. The tapping is turning my thinking around. It's having my body making my choices for me. And it all just fell into place. From that moment on, I realised that I could do it. But I also had the realisation that if I was to do this, it was going to be a slow process. And here I was, still with all this weight. So I needed a weight loss system, and I needed some exercise. So having got my body into place and into losing weight mode, I needed to help it by adding the good nutrition and the exercise. Now, at the time I was introduced to Isogenics, which is a wonderful food system that is so nutritious and wonderfully effective. I've been using the Isogenics now probably 6 months. The weight has come off so much more easily using the Isogenics. I simply replace 2 meals a day with the isoline shakes, and in the middle meal of the day I have a very healthy, nutritional 400 to 600 calorie meal, and I use the Isogenic snacks through the day if I need, or an apple or something that's a really healthy snack. And I have no problem in choosing healthy things instead of running for the salty chips or the whatever it is that I would have done in the past, the comfort food that I would have gone for. And adding the exercise was easy. I was already a member of Curves, and even though up until then I hadn't really lost any weight while I was going to Curves, but once I put the 3 things together, I realised that this was the combination that was needed in my weight loss program. I also added to Curves half an hour of walking every day, and so that I just added that little bit of extra exercise because I knew I had so much weight to lose. So the 3 things that I've put together in my weight loss breakthrough package is the EFT, the tapping, the healthy nutrition, and my choice for that has been Isogenics, and the exercise, and my choice for that has been Curves and walking. These are the 3 things that will help to set you on your road to freedom. These are the things that I will coach you through and get you on the track to that new slim you that you know that you can be.